Fortune tests are a system that we use whenever a skill check is in order that's not handled directly by the mechanics of the game. So, for example, when you're talking to somebody and people are not really susceptible to what you are trying to say, we can use a fortune test to see if you can get all the information out of them. So we encountered this character called Lebbe in Haven, and he was mumbling something, and when I approached him, he says, "I'm sorry, I wasn't talking to you," and he prepares to move on. But in this case, I can start engage in a fortune test. I'm going to keep talking and see what's going to happen. There's a number of different possible outcomes, and they're in this bag, and you draw a fortune out of the bag. The number of fortunes you draw is typically 1, but this can be increased if you have the right skills. The fortune I drew was failure, and now I have the option to fail this test if I want to. That will not give me anything, but I also have the option to use a resource called Sparks, which you can collect throughout the game, and redraw for another fortune. So let's do that. I drew success. Now I can actually end this conversation in a success. But there is other options as well. Normally I would actually take this, but for this purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to see if I can draw another option. So right now we have raised the stakes. If I use this fortune, then I'm going to up the ante. Basically what happens is I will increase the chances of failure, but I will also make the successes greater. So I'm going to choose that, and you can see now we're going to in a different round, and all the fortunes that are still hovering in the pool, they have now this little star, which means they're indicates that they're bigger. And now I've drawn another fortune, which is raise the stakes again. I'm going to draw another outcome. In this case, we can have a critical failure, but now I'm hoping, well, now we have the last possible outcome, and that's play it safe. And play it safe, what it will do is actually add another success to the pool. So in this case, that's probably our best option. And now we're in the final round of the fortune test. There's fortune tests that last 3 rounds, and some of them last only 1 round. I still have 1 opportunity to draw and to see if I can avoid this critical failure. Let's do that. Let's draw again, and now we have great success. And by picking this fortune, you can see that I managed to actually make the character tell me what he was mumbling about, which is something of a good opportunity. So we're now in a very misty environment looking for a scrying stone, which was one of the tasks that was assigned to us. And we need to repair the scrying stone, which we're going to do shortly, and which will also require a fortune test. But there happens to also be some sparks here. Sparks are these things floating in a level that you occasionally can find, and you can collect them. So you can see I'm collecting these sparks right now, and now I have a new set of sparks which allow me to redraw this fortune test at least once. So I'm going to initiate this fortune test again, because we need to repair the scrying stone. And here the different levels of outcomes, whether you have a success, a great success, or an epic success, which will determine how effective this machine will run. So we only have 1 spark, 1 redraw. We have 5 sparks, so it will buy us 1 redraw. And we have now the option to raise the stakes, which will make it better. Or we can choose to redraw. So in this case, I'm thinking, well, I'm not failing yet, so I'm going to raise the stakes. Now we're failing, so I'm going to redraw, get it played safe, and hopefully, yeah, great success. This is something that this is pretty effective test, but it couldn't have gone different quite easily. Now you see the machine will start operating, and hopefully we can use it now to find some information. So scrying devices are machines that allow me to sense magic in the world. So some are south of here, some are north of here. We can find some magic. Let's check the map, see if we can locate these things on the map. There's probably the magic. Here, somewhere south and somewhere north of us. This will indicate us also good places to investigate, see if we can find some sigils or magic items.